$22 million on preview night. $56 million on opening day. Over $200 million projected globally by the end of opening weekend. These aren't just impressive numbers, they're the kind of numbers that change the course of a cinematic universe. Superman didn't just arrive, it exploded. In a year where superhero fatigue has dominated headlines and box office duds have piled up one after another, this film did something few expected. It reversed the trend. But this isn't just about ticket sales. These early results signal something much bigger, a shift in audience trust, in tone, and maybe in the future of DC itself. Because let's be honest, DC didn't just need a hit, it needed a hero. And now, with James Gunn's first chapter officially underway, the stakes couldn't be higher. So here's the real question. Is Superman just a strong opening? Or is it the start of a true cinematic comeback? Let's find out. Superhero fatigue. It's a term we've heard over and over, especially in the last 2 years. Studios spend hundreds of millions, and the returns? Often lukewarm at best. But then came Superman. Warner Brothers rolled the dice with a full reset of the DC universe, placing its bets on a new vision, a new director, and a new face under the cape. And almost instantly, the gamble began to pay off. Preview night alone brought in over $22 million, beating out not only the Batman's numbers, but even some major Marvel titles with bigger marketing budgets. By the end of opening day, the total had jumped to $56 million. And as projections pushed the global opening past $200 million, it became clear. This wasn't business as usual. This was something else entirely. But big openings are only the beginning. The real test comes after, when the hype fades, and all that's left is the film itself. And that's where Superman really starts to stand out. What makes this version of Superman resonate? It's not just the visuals, though they're sharp. It's not just the action, though it's thrilling. It's something deeper. Something we haven't felt from a DC film in a long time. Emotional clarity. David Corenswet's Superman isn't a tortured god or a grim savior. He's a man trying to do the right thing, one who smiles, stumbles, and connects. Critics have called his performance earnest, warm, and refreshingly grounded. More importantly, fans are calling him recognizable. Not as a copy of Christopher Reeve or Henry Cavill, but as something timeless. A Superman who belongs to this generation. And that tone carries through the film. There's sincerity without sentimentality, humor without slapstick, heart without heavy-handedness. It's a movie that trusts its audience to command. Audiences are responding. Most superhero films make their biggest splash during opening weekend, then drop off quickly. But this one? It's showing signs of long legs. Why? Because people aren't just watching it once. They're bringing friends, re-watching with family, sharing scenes across TikTok and Instagram. That kind of rewatchability is rare and valuable. It means audiences feel good leaving the theater. And that emotional afterglow? It's marketing money can't buy. The buzz online is just as telling. Reddit threads filled with, "I didn't expect to love this" comments. TikTok edits going viral, fan art flooding Twitter. And that one phrase keeps surfacing again and again. This feels like Superman again. In a divided fandom, that kind of consensus is almost unheard of. It's not that people agree on every detail, but they agree on the feeling. And that's where cinema power lives. Let's not forget, this film was a risk. James Gunn didn't play it safe. He didn't rely on legacy actors or nostalgia cameos to carry the weight. Instead, he cast relative unknowns, restructured the tone, and stripped the film of convoluted continuity. No multiverse, no endless setup for sequels, just one story told well. And that may be the smartest move DC has made in a decade. The villain, while not universally praised, is being noted for being more cerebral than cinematic, a strategic thinker, rather than a physical monster. That decision might leave some fans wanting more spectacle, but others are praising it as a move towards smarter storytelling. And then there's the supporting cast. While a few characters get less screen time than fans hoped, the moments they do get are sharp, memorable, and emotionally anchored. All of it points to one thing: focus. This isn't a movie trying to do everything. It's a movie that knows what it is and executes on it confidently. This is more than just a win for one movie. It's a statement about what DC can be. For the last decade, the DCEU was weighed down by inconsistency narratively, and structurally. James Gunn's Superman doesn't just reset the story, it resets the expectations. And that shift could have a ripple effect across the entire slate of upcoming DCU projects. Already, insiders are reporting that confidence inside Warner Brothers is higher than it's been in years. Projects like Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, and The Authority are being fast-tracked, not just because of box office momentum, but because audiences have bought into Gunn's tone.